Test, test. All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for coming out to our 13th annual Summer Showcase. If I haven't had the pleasure of meeting you, my name is Gilbert Idoyas, and I am the band director here at Cupertino. If I have met you, hello again. So tonight, you'll be enjoying many performances by various groups, color guard, pit, front ensemble, our cymbal line, drum line, marching demonstration by our leadership, horn line warm-up, and then you'll get to hear the first part of our show, and we'll talk more about what the show is about and why we're wearing these shirts today. We'll talk a little bit about that. Maybe we spurred some questions as to, what is this about? So we'll talk about that as the night goes on. You're also going to get to meet our wonderful staff. I wish I could take credit for all the great things that all our kids do, but I can't. We have a wonderful team of staff, and you're going to get to meet them tonight as well. So we're also going to celebrate some achievements that we've already accomplished only in our second week. We've already reached some milestones, and we're going to talk about that. So it's going to be a great night, a great kickoff to our season. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and start with our first presentation. This is our color guard, and we have a new color guard staff this year. Leading the color guard is Catalina McNeil. She's actually out of the country right now, but she'll be back shortly. She's been here for many years, and she's taking over the head position. But tonight, Mr. James Garrity is going to talk us through and introduce the rest of the color guard staff. So James, come on up.
Hello everyone, my name is James, this is Janessa, and this is David, and we're the Cupertino Guard staff. Tonight, as you already heard, we are missing our head staff member, Catalina, and we're also missing another one of our techs, Fonzie, but we're very excited to show you guys what we've been working on. This year, we're very excited to have 7 new members, as shown. We have our 3 lovely guard captains leading the front of the block. And the rest of our returning guard members are spread out throughout the block. Our first exercise we're going to be showing you guys tonight is our basic drop spins exercise. So basically, it's the first thing you learn how to do in color guard. It's kind of like walking. And so what you're learning is how to coordinate your hands and flag moving at the same time. So here we go. And our second exercise we're going to be showing you is 27 points. 27 points is a fundamental exercise here because it teaches you about every single angle you need to know when we're teaching choreography. So instead of having to go around the block and change where everyone's flag is, all we have to do is say point your tip at point 8, at point 9, point 27, and it makes it a lot easier. So here's 27 points.
about another round of applause for our color guards? I have the utmost respect for what they do. I spent some time with them. The staff tried to teach me a little bit, about 2 or 3 minutes worth, and I managed to drop the flag about 45 times. So I really respect what they can do. All right, next, our pit section, our front ensemble, led by our awesome front ensemble instructor, Xavi.
Hey, I hope you guys are all doing well tonight. Thank you for being with us on this lovely Friday evening on the most spectacular performances of the season thus far. My name is Shavadith Tantavu Road, and this is my 6th year with Cupertino. I am the front ensemble arranger and instructor. And I think tonight is super special as we really welcome a brand new group of students and family into the program. So, I really cherish today, as well as all the food that we've been able to partake in. It was very delicious. So thank you very much for that. And greatness cannot be achieved alone. So on my staff, I have with me a 6-year veteran, Gabriel Bokarian. He is not only our audio technician, but he is also our sound designer as well. So he helps create a lot of the soundscapes that you're going to hear later on throughout the show. And our other pit instructor for this year, returning for his 2nd year in a row, Aaron Wood. And last but not least, also on our staff, helping Gabe out with the electronic side of things, we have our alumnus, Shinji. So as you can see, the front ensemble, when I first started 6 years ago, we had, I think, 2 marimbas, a xylophone, 2 vibraphones, and every year the front ensemble has been growing. We've been fortunate enough to receive a lot of really great mallet players with a lot of piano background. And so this year, we thought, why not? Let's have 6 marimbas. So featuring 6 marimbas this year, a very large front ensemble indeed. I think probably one of the largest sections of front ensemble in pretty much NorCal, if not a majority of California. So we're very, very lucky, and we're very excited to have all of these fine musicians here with us. And leading the team of the front ensemble, we have Suzuka Hiro. I practiced this so much, I'm so sorry. Kojima. So Suzuka Kojima, and along with our senior, Dave Shaw. And this week is pretty much all about technique and establishing a really good fundamental foundation for the rest of the season. Something that we work on is we'll start with 2 mallets, and then we get the easy stuff out of the way, and then we introduce 4 mallets to them, and all of a sudden their brain is like, oh my god, I could barely hold 2. So 4 mallet exercises. This is the first exercises that we'll introduce to them. It involves vertical stroke, which is just all 4 mallets hitting the notes at the same time. This exercise we actually haven't played in a while. I think it's been maybe 5 or 6 years, but the kids really wanted a challenge. This exercise is actually played by the world-renowned Blue Devils, so this is definitely not an easy exercise. It involves a lot of really big spread shifting, and for a lot of them, I think they're doing quite well. So here is vertical stroke.
I wanted to introduce our class of 2020. These are all of the seniors that we have with us, and this is their last, unfortunately, band camp ever, I guess. So, seniors, if you can just give a wave. And coming in quick to fill in those shoes, we have our upcoming and our awesome, very talented freshman class. So freshmen, if you guys can just give a wave.
Just like that, they disappear again. All right. Okay, next, we're going to feature our drum line and our new section. As you can see, the masked cymbal line here. All right, speaking on behalf of the drum line and cymbals is our former student, Axel Aquino.
Okay. Good evening. My name is Axel Aquino, and I am one of many drumline instructors here at Cupertino High School. I am also one of the directors for the winter percussion ensembles, the varsity and junior varsity lines. Today I will be speaking on behalf of the battery members as well as our battery staff. Now, the role of the battery and cymbal line is that they serve the rhythmic backbone of the entire marching band. They give tempo to the guard, the pit, the horn line, as well as our drum majors. Over the years, the drum line has grown immensely. From the years I marched, we started at a mere 8-member drum line back in 2012. Now in 2014, the year I taught, we were about 13 members. And now in 2019, we are 27 members strong. So yeah, a lot of growth has been happening over the years. Now, the growth and success that this section has gone through cannot have been achieved without these key components. For example, the drumline members themselves. Someone has to play these instruments. All right, another part that was instrumental to our success and growth is thanks to our lovely band boosters and our great band director, Mr. I. So let's give them another round of applause. Very cool. Next page. Last but not least, we would not be able to push our standards here at Cupertino High School without the help from our amazing battery staff. I and the program are lucky to teach amongst with these fine young staff. And first off, we have our snare instructor. Unfortunately, is not here today. He is returning for his 3rd year, and that is Will Edmonds. Woo. Now, teaching our quad line this year, we have a new addition, and that is Vince Hill. Give him a round of applause. He had just finished his age-out season with the Sacramento Mandarins. Yeah. This next person I'm about to introduce is a very important person. Without him, this battery staff, this drumline program would not be here today. And that is our caption head, program arranger, battery writer, Colin Whitcomb. He is returning for his 5th year at Cupertino High School. Next off, we have our bass tech, Nick Cordoni, right here. He is returning for his 3rd year. He had just finished a season with the bronze medalist, the Santa Clara Vanguard, who also won drums this year. So yeah. And then teaching the tom line this year, we have myself. I am returning for my 6th year here. Yeah. Last but not least, I would like to highlight one of our newest additions to the fall marching battery staff, and that is Aaron Kim. He is teaching our cymbal line this year. Cool. I would also like to recognize 2 of our section leaders, so make sure you give them a wave. We have Somia Sridhar, she's on bass 2, And then we have Mr. Ryan Kitagawa. He's our center quad player. Ryan just finished a season with the Santa Clara Vanguard Cadets. Yep. So, like Mr. I said, and with all the hype around our symbol line, we are really excited to have this new addition to the fall marching band program. We introduced them last winter season, and they have been a huge success. That's why they're here returning. The role of the symbol line is that they add the role of the symbol line is they add like unique textures to the battery's sound, as well as add a visual element. Right now, they will be performing some show excerpts led by Mr. Aaron Kim. Now we are going to feature our drum line. They will be performing a warm-up called Silver Lining. And this exercise is supposed to work out all the various techniques that we used to play in our show. Again, that was our symbol line and battery. But before you guys go, I would like to recognize our graduating class. We have Ethan Hang, our center symbolist. We also have Prina on toms. Another group that I would like to recognize, freshmen, can you please raise your hands? Or first year battery symbol members.
All right. Thank you, Axel, for that thorough explanation of our drumline. Awesome. I learned some things. Very good. All right. Next, we're going to highlight some of our marching techniques that we've been working on. So, leadership, if you could start to make your way out to the field, please. So, one of our goals for tonight is to share with you what we've been working on over these last 2 weeks. I know that when I was going through my high school program and we used to go to our band camp and be gone all day, my dad would ask, why do you have to go for so many hours? Can't you just get it right the first time? Okay. but it does take repetition. It does take a lot of commitment. When you see one band compared to another band, sometimes you may notice that there's a lot of detail in what they do, and that's what we're doing during these 2 weeks. We front load a lot of the details, a lot of the fundamentals that are going to carry us throughout the season. So you've already been seeing that, and you'll see that again with our marching. And leading our visual program is Mr. Matt Costales.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for coming out tonight. Really happy you can all make it and see what we've been doing these last 2 weeks. Like Mr. Rice said, my name is Matt Costales. This is my 5th year teaching Cupertino, and I'm thankful to be back again. Joining me this year on staff is Brandon Adamson. Brandon just finished up a summer marching with Santa Clara Vanguard. Also got a bronze medal. This is actually his 2nd year on staff, first on Viz staff. He taught drums a few years back, so we're happy to have him here. Also on my team is Evan Perez. He is down in SoCal visiting family right now, so he couldn't make it. But happy to have him on board. He marched the Blue Devils in 2018, and he's bringing this whole new attitude and mentality to the group that I'm really enjoying seeing. So I'm thankful for these two guys here. So thank you very much. What we've been doing these last 2 weeks is basically teaching them how to put their left foot in front of their right and then detail it. So we've been doing everything from marching forwards, backwards, left, right, diagonals, slow tempos, fast tempos, and we've also incorporated some dance this year because that's where the activity is going. So hopefully we can see some more choreography in the show once we get the drill going. So leadership is going to run through 3 exercises. The first one focuses on direction changes. The second one focuses on step size changes. And then the third one is a mental exercise to see if they can't make a mistake with all this kind of visual chaos going on around them. So here's our leadership, and I hope you enjoy what we've been working on.
I swear we practiced this, I swear.
All right, thank you, leadership. That takes a lot of concentration. These exercises are meant to challenge the students because of the demands that are put on, and all the responsibilities that is put on a performer requires a lot of concentration. So they did a great job. How about another round of applause for leadership? All right, and horn line. Let's go ahead and make our way out. Okay, next we're going to feature our horn line. We're going to do a couple of warm-ups to get them, not only to demonstrate what we do, but also to get us ready for our performance of our opener. So as they're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and explain real quick what Plan A is. So Plan A came up one day when we were out marching on the track. We were doing this one activity called tracking, and that's another challenging exercise that really pushes the students. And they showed me that they were capable of doing it well the first time, and that inspired me. So I decided, hey, why don't we make that what we do every time? Why don't we do our best the first time and every time? Let's make that the plan, and we're going to call that Plan A. And I asked, what's Plan B? Somebody said there is no Plan B. So Plan A, that's what it is. We're actually going to build upon that. So Plan A isn't only going to be about what we do on the field, what we do as performers. Plan A is going to broaden out to who we are as an organization. We're going to work together. We're going to collaborate throughout the season to develop our identity and really define that so that everybody has a unified understanding of what it means to be a member of our Cupertino High School Proud Pioneer Band. And that's what Plan A is going to encompass. So that's the inspiration behind that. So big credit to them because they inspired me that night with their effort, with their preparedness, and that's where it was born. So the idea to have a band camp shirt was something I wanted to do for a while, and just that moment I said, today is the day that we have to do this. So that's what Plan A is. So I look forward to growing that idea and sharing it with everybody. Yeah, so Plan A, that's what it is. All right, at this point I want to bring out our booster president and vice president. They're going to highlight some achievements that we've already accomplished and call out some people for great things that they've done.
Hey everybody. Hey Rudy, will you make sure you get a picture of the audience too at some point? Okay. Hey, welcome everybody. Can you hear me better? Okay, I'm usually so loud, so I try and dial it down. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, families, to the Summer Showcase. And for those of you who made the potluck, thank you for coming and for helping with the food. Thanks very much. It's a nice event. The kids really look forward to it. I think, did you guys like it? Yeah? Big round of applause? Yeah, well, you guys can't clap, so never mind. It seemed like a good idea. Anyway, so a couple of things. We want to thank you for being part of our community. Thank you for being here. This takes a village because this is a massive operation. And for those of you that have been involved, you know what that means. And I think I get the sense that the people that are helping out really enjoy it. We enjoy it because we're, I think, a pretty fun group of parents. And these are great kids and the staff is great and just all around very good vibe. So, and we just want to keep that going. So I encourage you to find ways, large and small, to get involved. We're actually looking pretty good this year, even though we're a smaller band than we were last year. We're looking pretty good, and Sandy can maybe speak to the volunteering part of what we do. So in the job as president, I've been looking after kind of the financial part of the operation quite a bit, and then I do a lot of the communications. So that's kind of my role, and then Sandy as VP really thinks about and looks after volunteers and how we do our volunteering programs and working with our board members and our chairs and coordinators. So a couple things I want to first call out for the parents. I know we introduced and called out the freshmen and the seniors with the kids. I'd like to do that with the parents too. So if you are a parent of a senior, please stand up. We'd like to acknowledge you for 4 years of awesomeness. Thank you. We're gonna miss you, but we hope And then freshman parents, please stand up. New people in the band. All right. Awesome. Thank you for being here. And hopefully we'll see you throughout the season. So I think that's all I really wanted to say. Do you want to talk about volunteers? Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So I actually want to call out just over the last couple of weeks, our food chairs, Vanda and Mimi. Are you guys here? Please stand up if you are. Where are you? Vanda's so quiet. There you go. I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see her. You're the one. So thank you, ladies. There you are. They helped coordinate and make this thing happen tonight. But they also helped during band camp. They delivered food, they delivered ice cream sandwiches, popsicles. So they're oftentimes behind the scenes, but doing just amazing stuff for the kids. So thank you very much for that. Karen Hirsch is our uniform chair. Karen, where are you? Please stand up. And anybody helped out, Karen, on uniforms? I know there's a number of you. Stand up, Tati. I see Tati up there. I know she, yeah, awesome. So we got to get the uniforms fitted, and because they have to look good, and so they're helping out during the days, getting those things sized and adjusted. So did I miss anybody? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to hand it over to you.
Okay.
There we go.
Hi, I'm Sandy Kitagawa, and I don't have too much to add other than we will be sending out some sign-up sheets. Some people have asked about what else can they volunteer for, so look for that coming up. Okay, so thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, so that was a couple of warm-ups that we do to get our horn line ready. Before we play our opener, if I can have all senior horn line members wave at your parents. Big wave, big wave. And all incoming new members or freshman horn line. Freshmen, horn line, or new members. Wave big, wave big. They can't see you, they can't see you. So one thing that I was talking to these kids about earlier was that, like Addie said, we are a little bit smaller this year, but we're not any softer. Every single person out there holding an instrument is contributing to the sound, and that makes a big, big difference when everybody is playing. As we say, play to be heard. Play to your audience. Don't keep it here, get it out there. And usually that takes a little time to develop. Maybe they're not shy, I don't know, but they're putting out some really, really good sounds, so we feel good about that. So we're about to play our opener to our show titled Reclaimed. Now Reclaimed, the concept behind Reclaimed is told in 3 parts. Movement 1, which you're about to hear, is kind of the endeavor, kind of the setting off of the journey, like a maybe adventurous journey. Movement 2, which you'll be hearing later on in the season, is that point where maybe you realize you're slightly off track. How did I end up here? I didn't mean to end up here. Maybe you'd like to get back on track. And then movement 3 is that getting back to where you want to be and kind of that celebration of that. So it's in 3 movements, and this is movement 1 of Reclaim. So our 4 drum majors up here. Leading up at the top, Miss Elaine Chen. Okay, starting on this end over here, Bhuvan Komaneni. And next, Gideon Srinivasan. And to my left, your right, Mr. Oliver Richard. All right, this is our opener for Reclaimed. How about another round of applause for our musicians and guards? All right, so as they're setting up for our final performance of the night, I would also like to thank you for all the wonderful food. Somebody asked me if I set up these events simply for the food, and I couldn't lie. Absolutely, absolutely. You all bring great food, and I always eat too much of it, so thank you. Two gentlemen I also want to thank. Can't do without this guy. You know him, and if you don't, you will very soon. Mr. Ed Surratt. Ed continues to do anything and everything from fix equipment, move stuff, build stuff, tear stuff down, you name it, he does it all. Guys, go. Y'all cover me up. And then Mr. Rudy Pollack walking around with the camera right here, right in front and center. He's the one that puts out these great pictures on Facebook. So I guess it's okay for me to give a shout out. If you'd like great photos, call him, and he's open for business. So yeah, definitely. All right, so if we had a list of like things to accomplish, having a great band camp would be the first one on the list, and I think we can check that off. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go even a step further and call it the best band camp. These students, they showed up, not only physically, but they showed up ready to do their absolute best, and it was great to see. It was great to see. So congratulations on having a great band camp, the best band camp, I would say. These students, they look like they know what they're doing, and they look like they're serious about what they're doing. So I really enjoy that about our group. Also want to thank alumni. If you're here, alumni, wave. Welcome back, welcome home. Thank you for coming back. All right, and we're going to close tonight. With our band song, Over the Rainbow. I really hope you come out throughout the season and enjoy the band. I say this pretty regularly, to know this group, to know these students, and our parent supporting group is to love us. So come on out just one time and you'll be hooked. You'll be hooked. So we definitely invite you to come and watch all our performances throughout the year, and just watch these young musicians grow, and just watch the show grow. And it's a pretty amazing thing. So without further ado, this is Over the Rainbow.
out tonight. We hope to see you throughout the season.